My fellow Americans, on the 22nd day of February, 1932, America will celebrate the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington. Wherever there are those who love ordered liberty, they may well join in observance of that event. Although considerable has been written about it, not many people think of our first president as an agriculturalist. He always had a great affection for Mount Vernon. He increased his land holdings from 2,500 to over 8,000 acres, 3,200 of which he had under cultivation at one time. His estate was managed in a thoroughly businesslike fashion. He was one of the first converts to the benefits of scientific fertilization and to the rotation of crops. For that purpose, making elaborate tables covering 5-year periods. He overlooked no detail in carrying out his farm according to the practices of those days, producing on the premises most of the things needed there, even to shoes and textiles. He was engaged in many business enterprises. In addition to his land holdings, wisely chosen, the rise in value of which accounted for no small degree of his fortune, Washington participated in a number of real estate and transportation companies. As a private citizen, he was constantly on the lookout for sound investments and for ways to increase his capital. In the purchase of frontier lands and in the promotion of plans for the building up and development of new parts of the country, he was performing important public service. To Washington, the man of affairs, we owe our national banks. For had he followed the advice of other leaders, great but less enlightened on matters of finance, the plans of Alexander Hamilton would not have been realized. As a result of the war, the country was deeply in debt and had no credit. But the solution of our financial difficulties, suggested by the first Secretary of the Treasury, was opposed by those from rural communities. Had the President not been a man of affairs, and had he not been for many years a large holder of stock in the Bank of England, coming from the estate of Daniel Parke Curtis, he might have yielded to the opposition. But because he knew something about bank accounts and credit, the bill was signed and the foundation of our financial system laid. Due to his investments, he became the president of the James River Company and of the Potomac River Company, organized in 1785 to look into the possibility of opening navigation through to the west. To the Potomac Company, which involved the first interstate commerce negotiations in this country, he devoted 4 years of service. It has been thought that these negotiations, entered into by Washington, led up almost directly to the calling of the Constitutional Convention. They revealed clearly the difficulty under the Articles of Confederation of accomplishing anything involving the welfare of all the states, and showed the need of a more strongly centralized national government. His ability as a businessman was the strong support of his statesmanship, made his political ideas intensely practical. He demonstrated that those who develop our resources, whether along agricultural, commercial, and industrial lines, or in any field or endeavor, are entitled to the approval, rather than the censure, of their countrymen. Washington was a builder, a creator. He had a national mind. He was constantly warning his countrymen of the danger of settling problems in accordance with sectional interest. His ideas in regards to the opening of our Western territory were thought of primarily for the benefit of the nation. It has been said that he would have been the greatest man in America had there been no Revolutionary War. He understood how to translate political theory into a workable scheme of government. He knew that we can accomplish no permanent good by going to extremes. The law of reason must always be applied. He followed Milton, who declared that law in a free nation hath ever been public reason. And he agreed with Burke that men have no right to what is not reasonable. His was the directing spirit without which there would have been no independence, no union, no constitution, and no republic. His ways were the ways of truth. He built for eternity. His influence grows. His stature increases with the increasing years. In wisdom of action, in purity of character, he stands alone. We cannot yet estimate him. We can only indicate our reverence for him and thank the divine providence which sent him to serve and inspire his fellow men. Thank you.